Good evening, Julian McBain here, and tonight we are playing Entropia Universe. So, tonight I have decided I am going to start doing some controlled cost runs, and what that means is, a lot of other YouTubers, they'll do a 50 PED hunt or a 50 PED mining run. That's exactly what we're doing here. And where we are is we're still on Cyrene. And we're going to be hunting on this tiny little island up here where I like to hunt for my dailies. And I've noticed that the efficiency of the hunts on this tiny little island, which is actually not of terrible, so I'm going the wrong flipping way. There we go. This island, it's definitely small, and I can't remember what's on that island. Those robots, those are really, okay, those are high level, or they're robots that I can't handle, so we're not going to handle them. We're going to do a 50 PED hunt. I'm equipped with an R Matrix LB10. I did go through a whole LB15. I have noticed that I am capable of using it, but I'm on Cyrene, which means I've got to wait for one to be delivered, or I've got to take the long-ass journey back to Calypso to go pick it up. So we're going to use the LB10. The benefit to the LB10 is that it gives us, it's about 1 PED per hit. Or, well, not 1 PED, 1 peck per hit. No, 10 peck per hit. It's a dime per hit. If you can't tell, I have been drinking. I'm just a little bit into my second glass. So, I'm not trashed by any means, but I wouldn't be driving. So we're going to get this hunt started, and we're just going to see how it goes. I did make sure to repair my armor. We're wearing Rascal tonight. And it's a full set of Rascal. So the goal tonight is just to see profit-loss ratio and make sure I emptied my inventory. Okay, good. I am not going to use a skill pill tonight, but I am going to deploy the dog. Because from what I can tell, just having him out increases his experience? Not entirely sure how that works, but it doesn't seem to affect my loot drops. Okay, 68 peck there. Now, as far as damage goes, the LB10 and the LB15 aren't that far apart. For me, my damage skill is such that it's still in the experience gain zone, so I don't always get to max out my damage or get into, totally into the zone for it. So for this particular hunt, the LB10 is the more efficient weapon to use. That being said, I did put my melee trauma amplifier on it, so that increased its durability, or not its durability, but its efficiency pretty significantly. So for this particular hunt, I'm glad I'm not using it. I want to do a raw hunt where we don't know what to expect. More shrapnel, 193. And unlike a lot of Entropians, I don't mind getting shrapnel. And the reason why is because my big thing is I like to play, right? Oh, maybe I should have grabbed more synthetic mind essence before I left. I may have to pop back over and get some. Anyway, I don't mind having universal ammo. I definitely want to get enough loot to cover the cost of my weapons. And, pick up some more deeds, because deeds. But I don't mind it because it gives me more ammunition. For me, I can sit here and hunt for a couple hours. Well, if I had the time, I would sit here and hunt for a couple hours a night. Time, of course, being at a premium right now for me. Violet cream. What the hell is violet? Oh, it's a paint. Okay, I can dig it. Let me tell you this, as far as Cyrene goes, the loot drops here I think are better than Calypso. I do. Calypso does have more shrapnel as a percentage of loot, but I think the actual total amount of loot per pet spent here is higher. And I don't know if it's because the planet is so underpopulated right now, but I do find that the loots here, I'm enjoying the loot pool. Ooh, 255 in animal eye oil, 67 peck in shrap, and like 1 animal residue. Okay, I can dig it. But no, I don't know if it's just because of the... I don't know. I really don't. This is definitely an underpopulated world. On average, I'm lucky if I see a player when I play here. Now, I can't say that. I'll usually see 1, especially if I'm over here, where the beginner stuff is. I did see 1 on this island where the TP is tonight. They were mining. But all in all, the whole thing is it's definitely an underpopulated world. 139, definitely not bad. Earlier today, I had a couple of really good drops. I was doing the Meet the Tan Hawk daily up here, and this is where I've been doing it. And I picked up like 15 PED worth of shrapnel on top of a little bit of loot, and you really can't beat that when it comes to trying to cycle your PED. Let's see, 14 peck, 95 peck, and 4 peck, so we're looking at about 1 PED and 12. I mean, we're doing pretty good here. We're down to about 39 PED worth of ammo. I will say this, I really do enjoy, I still enjoy being a melee player. 184 in shrap, 3 peck in animal residue, an additional 4 peck in shrap, so it's actually 188 in shrap, and I missed with, these components, they're chips. Not chips as in, chipping skills, but... Whoa. You know what these things remind me of? Well, let's go in first person. I don't do first person very often because when I started in MMOs, I did a lot of first person, but the thing is that in real life, especially when you're a melee player like me, you rely upon, I hate to call it sixth sense because it's not. It's part of your sense of touch. You can sense when someone's looking at you, you can sense when someone's behind you. It has something to do with... that was 1 PED 66. It has something to do with the fact that we're predators and the fact that we were also prey, right? Humans are probably the top level apex predator on Earth, but at the same time, well, we're not exactly designed with being predators in mind. We use weapons. We developed weapons very early in our evolutionary cycle, so as far as predators go, we're an apex predator, but we're an apex predator because we adapt so well. Not because we have claws, not because we're fast, not because we have teeth. We adapt ridiculously well. 781 peck for that kill. That's not bad. I don't remember where I was going with that. Oh. Right, so these things kind of remind me of really pissed off opossums. I mean, seriously, if someone crossed an opossum with a crocodile, you'd end up with one of these Panleons. And I'm sure the children of the late crocodile hunter, the Irwin family, if they could come to this planet, they would be on cloud 9. Hell, if they could come into Entropia Universe, are you kidding? They would be on cloud 9 just to learn about all of these creatures. Now, one thing I'm not doing, and I haven't done all 9, and I really should, but I haven't used my Investifo any. And from what I understand, it does increase your animal investigator profession, which is right. No, it's tamer, animal investigator right here. Mediocre skill level 1. I've got 2.11 in this particular skill level. That's not going to cut the cheese. I really need to make sure I keep my voice down because it's late and people are asleep. But anyway, if they could come to Entropia Universe and just be themselves, like if this was IRL, they would be on cloud 9, and I've mentioned this before, but I think if a player actually did like a whole Irwin family thing here, oh, that hurt. That was like most of my hit points. 97 damage in one shot. Holy shit. If it weren't for the fact that I have 111 hit points plus the augment ring, which I think gives me 12? I'm pretty sure this ring just saved me this time around. Yeah, 12 points. If someone told me that, yeah, you just got down to 12 hit points, I would believe them because I didn't have any lines left. I'm pretty sure that's the most damage I've taken in one shot from something that I'm... Ooh, 2 PED 34. Something I'm capable of actually fighting. There was that nasty robot on Calypso that was like level 239 that one shot at me that I think did 1,000 damage or some ridiculous thing. There's nothing I can do about that, guys. I'm sorry. Wish I could. I can't. That's life. It's the way it goes. We are down to 28 PED. I don't know what we have for a count up here. We've got 11.6 here. Of course, that's 72 PEC. 5.25. I think we're doing okay. Let's see. 89 and 37 is 96, and 1 PED 26, I think, is the approximate value of that. Oh, I should have healed first. Oops. That's something I have a nasty habit of doing. There is something I had thought about earlier. And these are two things that I really need to take the time and look at. No, first off is I almost bought a BLP rifle. It's limited. It was a 25 PED rifle. It was really decent. It does up to 19 damage, which means it's not like super high level, but it's something I could kill a level 4 or 5 with no problem. But my thought process was I could use that for low-level hunting as opposed to my boot and spare rifle, which, let's face it, watching me kill things with boot and spare rifle 4 damage at a time, it can get up to 6, but it doesn't usually do 6 damage. It averages about 4.6. And it just takes forever. And I'm at the point now where boot and spare rifle really isn't the weapon I should be using. If I'm out, you know, just massacring punies for fun and profit at Camp Icarus because I'm low on PED for the month, that's one thing. But I've got a decent balance. Like, in the past, 265 PED would never have been on my card as a reserve. We're about halfway through this hunt now. 265 PED would never have been my reserve. I would have purchased these and got myself around 100 PED. Because that's the way I played. Now I like to keep a little bit of fluff. Now part of it's because I'm away from Calypso. And when you're Calypso, I don't want to use the term citizen. When you spent all that time on Calypso, that's 60, 75, 80 PEC. Not great, but not terrible. When you want to make sure you have enough in reserve to give back, because you understand Calypso. You understand the balance of power there, you know how to fight there, you know how to maintain your status quo there. Keeping that reserve is necessary so that you make sure you can always get back. Part of me likes the fact that I'm on this brave new world, quote-unquote, Cyrene. But at the same time, making sure I have enough money to get back to Calypso is very important to me because I know I can go to Camp Icarus. And if I'm really low on money, I can shoot punies, I can go up to the Corinth hangars, and I can hunt there for a while, and it's not very expensive. I can go, roll through my Laconian sword in an evening, and each full TT value burn of a Laconian sword is about 30 minutes of gameplay, and it's only 8 PED. Which for those of you playing the home game is about 80 cents. Which is not a lot. That's, the minimum deposit for Entropia Universe is $2. That gives you about 19 PED and change. So 816, it gives me 2 or 3 hunts. If I burn it all the way down. Which, depending on how much time I have in an evening, isn't bad. Is someone else? I see gunfire. There's someone else hunting on this island, which is fine. 59, 68, 78 pack. And we're down to about 20 PED. I don't think we're doing too badly. I mean, are we in the money? Doubt it. This loot run isn't doing quite as well, and it might be because there's someone on the other end of the island burning these guys down, but you never know. I can even hear their gunfire now. They're using an ISIS laser carbine, I think. But okay, so one of the things I wanted to talk about tonight, as we're in the latter half of our hunt here, is about the planet. Let's talk about Cyrene. So I've been here. Today's Thursday. I got here, I think, a week ago today. So that tells you how often I make these vids and how big my buffers. Let's see, 90 or 83, 93 pack. I've been here about a week, and I really like this planet. Like, when I first got here, I was like, fuck this shit, the missions are terrible, I'm not going to be able to make any good videos, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. The beginner content here is kind of crappy. This is definitely a planet designed for beginners, but once you've been here about 6 months. Does it have beginner content? Yes. Can you grind the skills out here? Yes. Is it any different than the puny grind at Icarus? Fuck no. The missions here aren't as well developed as not Camp Icarus, Calypso. But let's talk about one thing. Dailies. That's 1 PED 11. That's not terrible. Cyrene understands how a daily should work. On Calypso, if you do a daily, you get a daily mission token, which can give you some pretty decent gear. In fact, some of the gear is absolutely kick-ass. On Cyrene, you do a daily mission, you get skills. And you can look at it and go, well, what good does that do me? Well, it does you a lot of fucking good. If you do a daily and you get 50 peck worth of skills, considering the price of chips, that's a lot. You are getting a lot out of just an hour or two of work. Now, okay, by comparison, 80, 110 out of PED 19. You can hit on dailies all you want. You can hit on the skill grind all you want, but frankly, I am finding that the daily skill grind here on Cyrene is better than the iron missions on Calypso. Now, to be fair, the iron missions on Calypso do scale a lot better. You know, getting 50 peck worth of whereas combat reflexes a day isn't huge. Which I don't even know that I got any extra besides the daily today. But, and on Calypso, you know, I'm on the Kerberos 5. I can get 11 PED worth of skills in the specific skill set that I'm currently grinding. And that's a lot. That's an enormous amount of skills. But the fact of the matter is, I can spend a couple hours here on Cyrene. I can grind out a 50 peck token, not token chip, of combat reflexes. This skill has raised probably 400 points since I got here. 400 points. That's huge. Now, how does that affect my other skills? Still haven't figured that out. Mind Arc is pretty... Ooh. 1 PED 30 in animal eye oil, a peck in animal oil residue, and 68 peck in shrapes. So 69, 99, almost 2 PED worth of loot there. We're down to about 9 PED. Look at that. 15, 16, 1 PED 67. Very nice. Lost my train of thought. But anyway, Cyrene as a hunting ground is really nice, and I'm really enjoying my time here. In a future video, I don't know if it's going to be the next video or the video after that, because I'm going to be doing more of these like 50 pet hunts, half-hour runs, and a lot of them are probably going to be on this island because this island is a pretty mixed bag. And as it happens, I don't have the skills to face a lot of the crap like in the desert or on the ice area. I might do some of the ultimate noob challenge stuff, which is, you know, kind of silly for me, but what the hell, right? Maybe I can level like a BLP weapon or a laser weapon or something. But a couple of things is my total impression of Cyrene. I'm really running out of time here. I've only got about 6 PED left, 6 PED exactly, and I'm below 6 PED. Which for sort of this level isn't a huge number of hits, so I'm not going to be able to go through it today, but the good, the bad, and the ugly of Cyrene is coming up. And then I want to talk about my favorite YouTubers here on Entropia Universe, and the reason I like them so much. Ooh, I'm almost dead. And to be honest, I'm gonna pull up a page of Lore Spade's book. When I do that one, I'm totally gonna like clickbait it, and I'm gonna admit that up front, not for the sake of clickbaiting it, but I kind of want to see them all comment, because I bet you dollars to donuts they all look for their own name just to see what's being said about them, and that's smart. 85 and 50 is $1.39. 1 PED 39, I think is the approximate value of that one, and we're gonna head back now. So, Lore Spade did it once. He did trash talking, Serial Overdrive, and Raven Jade, and he wasn't really trash talking him. He did a little bit, like not anything significant. Speaking of which, those are three of the 4 YouTubers I want to talk about. But I'm going to talk about them, what I like about them, what I'm hoping to see. And because I watch them regular, I do. I mean, I'm a YouTube creative. I'm a dream of God. Oh, he, she, preferred gender pronoun was out here earlier. I do watch a lot of YouTube, and they're my favorite content creators. And I guess I'm technically a content creator because, you know, I'm putting out a regular schedule. I don't really consider myself to be one of the better ones, but, you know, that's up to you guys. As of today, I have 13 subscribers. That's not huge. That's not even little. That's tiny. But at the same time, it's okay. You know, if you're watching this, you know, please subscribe. I appreciate it. But in the end, these are the people that I kind of look up to when it comes to being a content creator. And maybe someday I'll be like them. Maybe not. But that's life. So let's so we got 4.28 PED left in our ammo, and I'm not going to count decay on my weapon. It's really hard to count decay on a weapon because it's the markup. Sometimes you get the markup low, sometimes you get the markup high. Today I think I started at 19 PED on this weapon, so I may have burned through 5 PED, but that includes stuff I did before I did this video, so I'm just not going to count it for today. So remember, today was a 50 PED run. Survey says 38.76 PED. That's not great. That's definitely not great. Which is gonna happen, but doesn't mean I have to like it. And what did my armor burn do? An additional 1.15. Whoops. Wait, was that correct? No, it wasn't. Shit. 1, 2, 4. So it looks like I lost about 12 PED, 39 PEG, so about $1.24 on this particular hunt, which in the end isn't terrible. And it may sound bad for saying that, but it's really not. Not at this level. Because, you know, I'm using... I'm spending about 10 PEC per shot. And I hate to use the term shot per slice, I guess, on my sword. And I'm wearing pretty high-grade armor to make sure I don't die in a single shot. I didn't even pay attention to how much freaking healing I used, so it's a little bit more than that, actually. But I think all in all, I mean, we took the loss, but you know what we got back instead? Boom. Skills. And this is something old Lore Spade, I say old Lore Spade, he's the same age I am, like, within months. This is something Lore Spade bangs on about, and he's right. He is absolutely correct. Any money that you sink into this game that you don't get back in loot is skills. And the markup on skills is rather absurd. Don't believe me? Well, let's go over to the auction house, which I know is in this building, and I'm sorry about that particular swing around. And I guarantee we're not going to find it in here. We can check. Those are armor molds. Why they're classified as skill implants, I have no flipping clue, but let's go down to, or up to Calypso. Okay. Look at the markup on these skills. 1800%. 310 PED for 1670 in skills. 6 PED for 59 PEC in skills. 3 PED for 34 PEC in skills. We're talking some really, really high markup for tiny little skill gains. Tiny. Let's check buyouts. The highest buyout is 319,000% for texture pattern matching skill. Skills value is only 6 PEC and they're asking for 100 PED. You want to know something? Someone could get that. A jamming skill implant for 9 PEC goes for 51 PED. This sounds ridiculous. And some of these prices are, I mean, I'm sorry. I'm not spending 100 PED on a 6 PEC implant. I can grind that shit out. Sorry, not sorry. Let's go up to some of the more mid. A little higher than that. There we go. Skinning. 16 PED implant goes for 480 PED. 16 PED implant goes for 480 PED. 480 PED? That's like my monthly budget for 16 PED implant. And these days you get skinning for everything. Someone will buy that. So it's not that you're losing the money. If I chipped out today, I would be willing to bet dollars to donuts I'm pretty close to breaking even. And there was this time when I used a Killian sword. I'm going to get into melee weapons. I'm going to do like a beginner's guide to melee weapons here later. The fact of the matter is that if you're smart, you never lose money on Entropia. It might be wrapped up in your avatar. It might be hard assets instead of liquid. But you never actually lose money in Entropia. Except maybe the Feast of Mind Arc. You can become powerful here. You can make money here. You can do it even the hard way. Go out and sweat your heart out until you get the money to do mining or hunting, and you do the hunt or the mining run, and then you go back and you sweat again. Serial Overdrive did it. You can do it too. But even if you deposit, you're not really losing that money. It's still wrapped up in your avatar. But you're not losing it. You can get it back. I've been playing less than a year, but I am totally fucking addicted to this game. I love it. I think at this point it is now my favorite game, and I love World of Warcraft. I enjoy occasionally playing Final Fantasy, especially if I'm with friends. Not really much of the solo game, but if I'm with friends, I do enjoy it. There we go. Bitch. I just want to get on the roof. Oh, fuck it, I can't parkour here. That must be a really good claim. But if you chip out, you can get your money back. So if shit comes down to the point where you're like, you know what, fuck this game, fuck this life, I'm going back to being a mundane, you know, well, it sucks for you because, you know, I think this is probably one of the better games that has ever come out, but did I really get myself stuck up here? Really? Oh my god. Okay, but, I mean, in the end, you really don't lose anything here. So, as soon as I pop open as a tilt, I can't believe I fucking got stuck in the world geometry just trying to climb this stupid turret. Oh, I look like a moron. please like, share, and subscribe down below. If you think I'm like talking out my ass or anything, please feel free to comment. Let me know how I'm doing. I really appreciate it. All of this stuff really helps me and my channel. I've got 13 subscribers. If I stay at 13, I really can't complain. But at the same time, I would love to see this channel grow. Because the more subscribers, the more people commenting, the more we have a community here. And the better we can make Entropia Universe, you know? Again, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for listening. You know, good luck out there. Do your hunting. Take care of each other. Bye.